Hi there, movie fans. I'm Rex King, and today we're talking about The Crow. So, The Crow is based off a popular graphic novel. There was also a movie that came out in the 90s, I think it was. Anyway, I haven't read the source material or watched the original movie, so kind of going into this one blind. The Crow is about this guy named Eric, played by Bill Skarsgård. He's in a drug recovery facility. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. It's kind of like a jail almost. There he meets this girl. He falls in love with her. They escape. However, her past catches up with them and they end up dead. However, for one reason or another, Eric's soul can't move on, and he's brought back to life to find his vengeance, with a few powers in tow, mainly the ability to heal. Um, so, like I said, I've never seen the Crow movie from, I want to say it was the 90s. And as a result, I went into this movie with zero expectations. Kind of glad I did because, yeah, this movie's bad. Really, really bad. Like, it takes everything that was bad about the 90s action films and the 90s superhero films, turns it up to 11, and expects you to like it. And it's just not the good type of cheesy. It's the very, very overplayed bad type of cheesy. The type where you just groan at some of the lines, some of the ideas that the film is putting on. Furthermore, this film has a problem of being both too quick and way too slow. Uh, what I mean by that is the first part of the film, our characters go from meeting each other to falling in love and having sex multiple times, and it just like doesn't feel like a real relationship. These characters don't really feel like they have that much chemistry, yet we're supposed to buy that they're in love enough for this guy to come back from the dead and seek revenge. And yeah, we don't get to know their relationship that well, and it just kind of feels shallow as a result. That's because the characters aren't written well and because the dialogue is written so poorly. Like, seriously, some of these lines are so groan-worthy. Like, you have heard all the big lines in this film multiple times in other films, and they weren't good in those movies either. They're really bad here because of the way they're played, and we're supposed to take this film very seriously. And like I said, this is made further frustrating because the characters are just so bad. I mean, I said this film felt too long at some point. Yeah, so because we don't get to really learn much about these characters throughout the course of the film, and since we already know from the trailers what's going to happen to at least our main character, we're kind of just waiting for that to happen. Especially since nothing good about the relationship really helps elevate this movie. So you are just stuck there waiting, and it doesn't happen until about 45 minutes, I think, into the film. And as a result, you just felt like you sat there for no reason. I mean, the performers try their best. Bill Skarsgård is definitely trying to elevate the script, and Danny Houston, who plays our antagonist, is always a welcome sight. When they're given something to work with, they are both great on screen. Problem is, they are almost never given anything to work with, and everyone else is overdoing it. This film is so frustrating, mainly because I think it could have been good if it just got out of its own way. Like, there is an action scene close to the climax of this movie that I really like, where he's just kind of killing a bunch of guys, and I felt the choreography was right on point, and I really liked the scene overall. However, they immediately shoot themselves in the foot by making the climax very underwhelming. I'm not spoiling anything for you guys, but let me just put it this way. I was so bored with the climax and really just wondered why the previous scene wasn't our climax for the film. Oh, it's so frustrating. I mean, the music's also pretty decent in this film. So there is good talent working on this film, but they just put it all to waste. With a bad script and a bad story and really bad pacing. As a result, this film is just so bland. And that's the real problem here. The Crow has nothing new for us and is just completely forgettable. There's nothing here that I think is going to be remembered as far as films are concerned. It's just rehashing a bunch of traits that we've seen before, bringing lines directly from other movies before, and it's just taking everything bad we've seen from the 90s superhero movie and shoving it down our throats. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to give The Crow a 4 out of 10. The only reason it's even getting that high of a score is because that action scene is pretty good, and the music is not bad. Everything else in this film, yeah, avoid. There is virtually no reason to go see this film. If you've seen any 90s superhero film, guess what? Those movies are better and have a lot of the traits that this film tries to have, but it's just bad at conveying. Anyway, that's my opinion on The Crow. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.